Are you ready to crush the Athenians?
There's something I need to do first.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the PlayStation 4. I figured that'd be a good opening for this rest stop video here. I'll probably end up doing more than one rest stop video, but before I end this playlist for now, I want to at least establish what I did without commentary to advance the story. We're going to do our first epic battle. We have a conquest battle here. We start these up by saying, having weakened the Athenian hold on Megaris, join the Spartans in a battle to conquer the region. Basically, the way it works is every region has a leadership meter. See on the far right-hand side of the screen where it says in blue Athenian leadership, nation leader defeated. That meter shows how strong this region is. By comparison, here's a Spartan region, the Isthmus of Poseidon, right down here. Their Spartan leadership is fortified. Purple meter is full. Here we have basically killed enough Athenian soldiers, burned enough Athenian war supplies, burned enough granaries. Well, I guess we'll show you that later. And once we've done that, the nation's leadership is defeated, is weakened. The more important thing is that if you assassinate the nation's leader, then the conquest battle starts. And that's what we're going to do. So before we start that, let me at least check out my gear. I want to say I'm ready to go because this is a sort of a callback to the first big epic fight scene that took place at the very beginning of the game in the prologue section. I think we're fine for now, so we're going to leave this. What ability... I'm not going to save my game here because I've already advanced past this part of the game, but I wanted to show you this battle before we advance. I'm not going to show you the cutscene that follows it because it's unskippable and it takes 15 minutes. So we're not going to do that. So in this big fight, what will we want? Probably a stun blast. I definitely want a critical... We can't use the critical assassination here in this fight. It's too busy a fight. So I'll do another thing. I'll tell you another thing we can do. Probably do 100 damage. We already got that going on. I don't need to tame an animal during this fight. Is there an animal taming ability I can turn off? Well, it's not mapped, so we're fine. Paralyzing arrows we're not going to need. Let's see. Multi-shot. Devastating shot. So it sounds like the... overpower strike. I'm not level 16, so I can't do that. If I were level 16 before I started this fight, I can bring it into the fight. But anyway. Where's my stun ability? That might be interesting. What about this over here? Summon a... Which of these will I not need? I'm going to need the Spear of Leonidas. I'm not going to need to kick anybody, so that's probably worth noting. And I might loot the enemy. Nah, I don't need that. Okay, charged heavy attack. Knocks enemy away, breaks their guard. I could try that. Knock them down and deal 250 warrior damage. Doesn't sound terribly useful. Basically, all I want is assassin stuff. Let's be brutally honest here. Okay, I already have my Spear of Leonidas, which does 60% assassin damage. You can do this without being in stealth mode, which makes this ability way more useful in this fight than this one. Let's see, so I can turn that one off for now. So let's summon this. I wonder if summoning Lieutenant would be useful anyway. Acquire. Then we can assign it right here, because we can't use the assassin ability, so we're going to assign it there. I have fire, don't I? Yes, so I have fire and poison. Wait, I can't do poison yet? No, I can't do poison. So we'll assign that one to the kick button. And we have fire on the left, on the square button there. Okay, so we're good. So I'll show you the ship abilities later. Not that we're going to need them for this fight, obviously. I won this fight already. It's actually a bit more challenging than I expected, so hopefully this won't go poorly. Put the second ability from the inventory, okay, whatever. What weapons am I carrying? With a lot, I can use assassin damage because assassin damage allows me to use the Leonidas spear. So do I want a spear? I think I want something else. I got a sword, but I can't stand on rocks. I'm gonna need something fast-ish. So I got a spear. Because I can use a staff, but I lose assassin damage if I use that staff. So I guess we'll use both of these. Yeah, it's a bit stronger. That one's already equipped. Never mind. Let's see. Yep, I guess I'm using the spear. The spear does more damage. So we have two melee weapons. Sword and spear. Bow we're not going to use very much of, let's be honest. But I keep all my assassin damage if I use that. So we're ready to go then, dudes. As we were.
Are you ready to crush the Athenians?
Okay, fine,
I'm
we'll do it
ready
this
for
time.
war.
I did like that bit where the guys just straight up show up behind him, flanking him to either side, and then when you run away, they immediately just turn around when you say no. You had to see that. You had to see that. That sort of. Like I said, this game has a lot of fun stuff that I wasn't really expecting. A lot of nice touches I wasn't expecting. Assassin's Creed Origins, the game that I played before this one, is basically the proof of concept. It's like Arkham Asylum in a way. And I'll talk more about that later, because that was the game that proved that the Arkham games were possible. Origins is the game that proved that this one was possible. And I'm glad we finally got to this point. Now here we are in this big epic battle. I need to look for a captain. Just like in the movies, you gotta look for a captain on the middle of the battlefield. Here we are. Leonidas Spear. That takes off half his health. Okay, he's going down. Leonidas Spear. Okay, it's on a cooldown. That's okay, I got Venom. Like Tom Hardy. Okay, it's almost recharged. Leonidas Spear. Well, I missed. Yeah, I missed. Look out, we're going around. Sometimes it's hard to lock onto an enemy in a fight like this. I can't see. Look out. I tried to press the dodge button. Okay, this thing is almost cooled down. Leonidas Spear. There we go. So L1 and circle gave me the Leonidas Spear. So you see the meter on the top of the screen is going down as I defeat captains. It might also go down if I defeat regular enemies too. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I got fire. He's on fire. Okay, let's look for the other captain. Get rid of that. Press the right stick to get rid of the targeting cursor. I gotta look for another captain. We're looking for the blue dudes, the guys in the blue outfits. That's how you know they're for us. God forbid on a battlefield you change armor. Some olive wood. There he is. Found the other captain. Losing ground, huh? Okay, Leonidas Spear. Whoops, I missed. Wrong guy. Hit the wrong guy. Happens occasionally. Hey, dude. Ah. Okay, I got my fire. I think I'm hitting the wrong guy. Whoops! Stabbed in the chest. But you get the idea, right? You do a fight like this, and then you look for the captains, and then eventually, if you do well, you'll win. So I'll do this one more time. If I lose again, I'll just end the game. Or at least I'll skip to the end. Because I'll skip to my next game save, because the reason I wanted to show you this is like the basics of dealing with a big fight like this, which is going for the captain, killing the captain, then trying to run around, see if you can kill a couple more people. Apparently these guys all have shields. I guess I should have brought a shield breaking skill. So I guess I'll go to my menu and bring out one of those shield breaking skills. I think it's fun that you could set your weapons on fire and then, of course, never attack any of your... No friendly fire in this game. At least not during this fight. So let's try a thing. I need a shield breaker skill. I forgot to get my what you call it involved. What does the poison damage do, by the way? Okay, so it's like the fire meter. So I guess I might work against the armor. Okay, but where's the other skill I wanted? Breaks small shields and deals warrior damage. One of these does break through the shields, doesn't it? Just a second. Yeah, one of these breaks through the shields. Yeah, this is yeah, one of these attacks breaks through a shield. Shocking blast sounds interesting. I might do that. Nope. Yeah, I know they might be able to block that. Knocks enemies away and breaks their guard, but doesn't break through a shield. So it doesn't break the shield. I guess that is a small shield. Well, keep it in mind. Okay, so we can assign that one to the fire button, which is square. I'm going to have to reassign this. So let me reassign X. And so we'll put the poison on square. That makes a bit more sense. Again, I'm not saving this. And I didn't need any of this to win the fight earlier. It'll just make it easier.
Are you ready to crush the Athenians?
I'm ready for war.
That hoplite helmet is really awesome, by the way. Just seeing that dude walk up with that big old red fro. That's a great look. Yeah, I know. It's not a fro, but it makes him stand out in the battlefield, which is always nice. That helmet broom looking MFer. That dude's gonna clean up on the battlefield. Who's bright? Yeah, it's a broom. It's a crimson broom.
Send these Athenians to Hades!
I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it's covered in blood. Okay, let's see. I don't know where the captain is. A couple random dudes just follow me as well. Complete feats to lower enemy power faster and regain some health. Okay, so I can't just run around looking for captains. Just the easiest way to deal with this. These guys are quick. Okay, let's see. You. Leonidas Spear. Down he goes. Okay, that's poison. Ow, ow, ow. Shield breaker. There we go. Yeah. Ha! I'll take that. Take it out. 3-hit combo, then press the square button to dash away. Okay, I'm looking for the captain now. Where's the captain? Where's the captain? Do I need to look for a cat? There he is. There he is. I've had to wait for him to respawn, I guess. It is. Is that the right guy? That's the right guy. I got him. Okay, shield breaker. Sit. I'll take that. Okay, give me poison. Another captain showed up. Okay, he's over there. Him. Leonidas Spear. R1 circle. He's down. And you. Okay, it's poison you. He's down. Whoops! Look out! Don't. Look out! I gotta switch weapons. Wrong weapon. Right stick. Okay, now I got my club. Ow! Here you guys. Where's the captain? He's over there. Saw him on the meter. There we go. Yeah, I saw that icon on the right-hand side of the screen. Took his shield. Wrong button. Da! Wrong guy. Wrong guy. Happens all the time. Kind of annoying. Okay, hit that. Got my poison. Okay, he's down. You're poisoned too, right? I have to use my Leonidas Spear on this guy in just a second. He's not the captain, is he? I thought he was the captain. Leonidas Spear. There we go. You can only hit one dude at a time with that, by the way. Just a wonder. That took that dude's shield. Ah! No, you don't. Got a big axe. There you go. I did something. I don't know what it was. Okay, we're winning. We're winning. Take a shield. Yoink! Guess he blocked it. He blocked my shield! Okay. Leonidas Spear. See, it's funny how he keeps his shield after I do that. That's kind of amazing. Ow, ow, ow. Guess I got some of my health back. Ow! Okay, that I missed. You missed. Okay. Poison! Okay. Steal the shield. Yoink! That is amazing, by the way. I love doing that. Get him on the ground. He's down. Guess I stunned him. That was a parry. Yeah, I pressed L1 and R1 to parry him, I suppose. Give him the shield. Eh! Captain America, that's what's up. Captain Sparta, actually. Captain Attica, maybe? Okay, he got me. Give me the shield. Bat! That is great. Whoops, look out. Okay, they're almost dead. I don't need to kill the captain, though. Give me the shield. And Leonidas Spear. We'll let that cool down. We won! Holla! Da-da-da-da. Yep. Running away, eh? See? So you don't have to kill. You don't have to run around looking for captains. You can just kill regular. You can just kill regular soldiers. So I was making it harder than I should have been. Okay, so Megaris sided with Sparta. So you get the idea. So this will not be important because what happens is that there's an unskippable cutscene where you confront Nikolaos, you know, skinny Leonidas, skinny Gerard Butler.
We shall with respect. What?
Okay, so you could save your game here if you wanted to. But anyway, I'm not going to do that. So I want you to see that because then we have to advance to the next part of the game. The game, it mentions at some point that you are... Yeah, that's not what I wanted. There's a manual save over here somewhere. Yeah, there's a bit later in the game where it's mentioned... Yeah, right here. It is mentioned that after I'm done with that unskippable cutscene with Nikolaos, the edge, I don't kick him off the cliff. I go back to my ship. I talk to Barnabas. He says that there's some kind of sickness that's raking its way through my hometown of Kefalonia. Make all the metaphorical references you want, but the point is that if you want to go back to Kefalonia, you can fast travel there at any time. But that part of the game has been opened up as far as what's going on in Kefalonia. I guess my question is that since I made a manual game save right before this battle, you know, where the are you ready to crush Athens cutscene that started out this video, I saved my game right before then. So if I ever want to mess around before this particular bit of the story, I can. I want to say I also made a game save after this fight before the Nikolaos cutscene just to kind of see what's available at this point in the game. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to focus on the rest stop portion where I just kind of make a mark and I plant my flag and say this is where I'm going to end the game. This is where I'm going to shelve the game for a while. I'll come back to this game because unlike Origins, while Origins seems okay, having the ability to play this game sort of makes up for it. Because like I said with Arkham Asylum was a proof of concept. This is the game that made it work. Arguably, Just Cause 1 was a proof of concept. Just Cause 2 is a game that made it work. Assassin's Creed Origins was a proof of concept. This is the game that proves the new Assassin's Creed games are going to be just fine. They're fully open world now. They're far more dynamic now. There's all these. It's an abnegation platform now, even more than the previous game was. But it has so much more meat on its bones. I'm on board. This message board is where you can get timed quests or just regular quests. Unfortunately, before you pick up a quest like this, the game never tells you if it's a timed quest or not. The timing on these quests might be fine. It might be a 24-hour quest. And I don't play online, so I'm perfectly okay with that. They respawn eventually anyway, so I'm not worried about that. Bounty on bandits. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna take out pirate ships. This is a tweener quest. This is a quest that you can do over the course of the game. I got a couple of these where I was supposed to destroy Athenian boats. I had a quest where I had to take out 5 Athenian ships. But because it was part of a story quest, because I completed the story quest where I broke through the Athenian blockade, I managed to knock 3 of those ships off of my tally. So that kind of thing that's the reason why I hoard all these quests, is because completing one quest might allow you to complete another quest at the same time. These leader house objectives, I did one of those earlier. They're basically these quests where you can loot treasure, kill captains, and reduce the power of the nation state. Reduce the power of the nation's leadership until the leader runs away out into the open. Then you can whittle down their bodyguards. Then when you take out their bodyguards, you'll be able to take out the leader more quickly. If you try to take out the leader while he's fully guarded, yeah, that guy was trouble. That guy's a skull level. I walked up to this dude not knowing how strong he was. I stabbed him in the throat. I kicked him in the groin. He got up, and I found out that he'd taken no damage. He'd taken no damage after both of those attacks. So always hold down the up button on your D-pad to see how strong a mercenary is before you start clubbing him. You can stab that guy in the head and he won't go down because basically he's too high a level than you. Don't ask for logic. Just it's mechanical. It's not logical, if that makes sense. Well, it's numerical, but it's not, realistic. I've already mentioned this before. The rare items, the rare and the elite items in your stash right here, the rare items and the legendary, epic items. I got this from my fight with the Athenians, I want to say. These are worth a lot more, as you can see here, than your common items. As I've mentioned in previous videos, a common item that is very high level might be worth less than a rare item that's a much lower level. So a level 7 spear might be worth hundreds of drachma, whereas a level 16, whereas a level 15 arrow like this might be only worth 125, even though it's much higher level. So you'll see a lot of that, stuff like this, where this level 14 sword with 102, but a level 7 sword that's rare might be worth a couple hundred, might be worth twice as much. You can also dismantle items, so you can break them down. For instance, if you have spears in your inventory and you dismantle them, you can break them down into their component parts, which usually means olive wood in the case of spears, and iron, which I have too much of, as you can see up there. I have way too much iron. Most things you break down, like armor, if you break down armor, you'll get leather and iron. If you break down heavy blades, staffs, and spears, and bows, you'll get a little bit of olive wood. But if you sell it, you'll make significant money, because if you break down something into 50 gold, you can buy at least 5 olive wood. You can't see that right now because the stock replenishes over time eventually, but the idea is that olive wood costs 10 drachma. So if you sell items, you can use it to buy crafting materials. This stuff, for instance, is used, these crafting materials are used for upgrading and engraving. I haven't been doing much upgrading anymore, because you can see on the bottom of the screen, upgrading is kind of expensive. Like, upgrading this weapon to a higher level, it's very expensive. Look at this. It takes 12 of those precious stones, but the more important thing is that it takes 1,000 gold. Now, I have plenty of money now, that's not an issue. But if I'm going to spend that money, and if I'm going to spend on these materials, I'll probably end up engraving something. And I'll show you what I mean. Let me try to engrave something. Something that I really like the staff, the spear right here. This spear does assassin damage and hunter damage, which means while I have it equipped, it gives me a boost to my assassin damage, which is the strongest attack in the game by far. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Hunter damage is damage with bow and arrows. So even if you're not shooting bows and arrows, you're still buffing your assassin damage. You're still buffing your strongest attack, which is your stealth kill. Your stealth attacks are your strongest attacks in the game. They are at least 10 times stronger than any regular attack you can do. They're 10 times stronger than any bow and arrow attack you're going to do. And that's how I've been building up my character. It's an Assassin's Creed game, I guess that makes sense. So if I want to engrave something, it will cost 8. It'll take 8 of these. 2 of these precious gems, apparently. I can't see that. It'll take 8 of those, 2 of my precious gems, the green ones you see on top, so it's pretty cheap. Now, I already have assassin damage, so I can't double up on an ability I already have. Now, this one's going to be great. I can increase the damage to my Sparta Kick ability, but I'm not really doing this anymore. Because the Sparta Kick ability is mainly for kicking people off of high places, which is fun. It's also for knocking people out so that you can recruit them later, and I'll show you that in a second. I think it's pretty important because the most important thing I'm trying to do is knock strong enemies off of high places so that they die more quickly. Which you can do if you line up your kicks more. If you're very effective in lining up your kicks. Let's see, 1% all damage sounds like an interesting one. I don't know if any of these are all that useful. I guess I'll just do the Sparta Kick ability because I still have that. So I engraved this spear that I carry around a lot. So that means my Sparta Kick ability is now stronger. I want to say that the only thing the weapons are good for is when you're in a fight, you can wield them, obviously. But let's say you're doing stealth attacks. Because that's what I do, is I focus on stealth attacks and then only use my spear if I know I'm going to get into a fight with a group of enemies. If you have a weapon that you're not using, you can still use it to buff all of your abilities. So I can carry a sword that I don't even bother to wield, but if I get an assassin damage buff, and I get a buff to one of my abilities, that's fantastic. A weapon that I'm not even yielding increases my stats. So that's perfectly fine. All of a sudden, it makes sense
Let me know if you need
to carry around a weapon that you're never going to use just so you get the buff from having it in your stash. You know what I mean? So here's an example. Which one of these has the most assassin damage? This one. So I'll equip that. And so that means my assassin damage is pretty high. Let me show you what that's about. This is the damage that I deal out. It's with assassinations and knockouts. Okay. Value based on current level and melee weapon DPS. Modified by damage perks, crit perks. That's not the important thing. The important thing is that so long as I'm wielding a weapon that gives me this much assassin damage, if I try to do a stealth kill on somebody, I'm not using my melee weapon to do a stealth kill. I got like a dagger inside of my wrist. You know, Assassin's Creed stuff. But the more important thing is that you see how much stronger the assassin damage is compared to this stuff. It's like 12 times stronger than my regular melee attacks. That's the hunter damage. Actually, it's my 12 times stronger than my bow and arrow attacks, you know, my ranged weapons. And it's nearly, 20% stronger than my regular melee attacks. So again, if you're able to sneak up on an enemy and stab them in the back of the head, you're going to do way more damage than you will if you're doing a regular warrior attack. The obvious problem being that some enemies, I think, are... you probably saw me do this in other videos. Some enemies are very strong. So even if you use your stealth attacks, you're not going to do that much damage to them. So it depends on how strong they are. Okay, so that's about as strong as my assassin damage gets, right? I think there's one more. Wasn't there one more? Yeah, I thought there was something here that had more assassin damage, but I can't see it. Well, let's find out. Nope, that's about as strong as I get. But that's fine, that's fine. And let me show you my ship. We'll probably get to a fight later, because I want to send you to we're gonna go to Mykonos for the end of the video, and I want you to see that. Mykonos? Don't care about that. We recruit lieutenants, so I guess I'll punch one of these dudes and recruit them, so I'll show you how that works. I probably have already explained this, but I want to show you my ship later on. So I need a guy that I can punch out. So let me go to this, I'll go to this leader house and punch a dude out. Up. That's a gymnasium. Don't think I want to mess with those guys. Is that another leader? Yeah, that's another leader house, but the leader's not there, is he? We'll find out in a second. Let's just get a random guy. We're going to lower the nation power level of this area. Yeah, my bounty's been cleared. I don't know what happened. Basically, if you steal stuff, you murder people, or whatever, the game will tell you why your wanted level goes up. And then people will chase after you. What's he doing out here? He's well protected in the Nation Temple. Well, let's see if we can figure out what's going on with him. Let's see. Inventory. So I said I was gonna kick a dude in the groin, then recruit him. So we'll see what happens. The way this usually works is that you kick a dude in the groin, you kick a dude in the nuts, you steal his lunch money, and then you recruit him. I guess that's one way to do it. Yeah, I've already cleared out this guest house. Darn, they're gonna see me. L3.
You want to...
Knock him out. Guess he saw me. And recruit him.
I'm hiring sailors, and I'll pay more than you've ever made.
So that dude saw me kick him in the nuts, but he's not coming after me. Okay, so I recruited a dude. Did I get an ability point for that? No, I still have one ability point. So go over here to your special lieutenants. Right now I can recruit 2 of them. I'll show you how to improve that in a second. Who did I get? I got this guy who gives me more ramming speed. He costs money to hire, though. By comparison, Trophus here has already been recruited, and he's increasing the health of my ship. See on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen where it says ship health in green? That's how much extra health I'm getting because this guy's in my crew. Or he's one of my lieutenants. So these lieutenants are basically bags of buffs. So this guy here, I guess, is purple. So I guess he's a good lieutenant. Fire build up with arrows. Fire, well, I don't know. That's too specific. Firepower when ramming. And deny gives me, I don't know where I got her. Fire build up. I think I found her just I think I found her just wandering around the marketplace. I don't even remember. I think I completed a quest for her, and then I gave her the opportunity to join us. She's not that useful, though. Well, Odessa, I actually slept with before I started this video. So basically the way it works is that now that we've slept together, she's willing to join us. Okay, fine. I understand. Cassandra is very persuasive. You can upgrade your ship's abilities by actually consuming... Where's an example? It doesn't show me, does it? Okay. So normally you consume crafting materials like 100 olive wood, 80 iron, 2 tablets, and a bunch of money. These are pretty expensive early in the game, but they're actually not so bad now. Ancient tablets are also needed to improve your ship's abilities. I've been using this for my first bit of upgrades because it gives me extra health, extra armor, and I can recruit more lieutenants, and as I mentioned, lieutenants are just buffs to your ship's abilities. But apparently they're not that useful. But the fact that I can recruit 3 lieutenants later might be interesting, but I don't have enough olive wood for that. Again, you can buy olive wood in most blacksmiths, but again, their stock kind of dwindles after a while. They're pretty cheap. It's $10 per olive wood. You can also find them if you're wandering around town. Like if you're wandering around in the open world, you'll see a few small bushes that you can pick. You can also get them from war chests that are inside of forts and leader houses. You'll see them. They're purple icons with they're purple treasure chests with the what do you call it? The little the leaves around the head, the little leaf and crowns. I'll show you that in a second. I wonder if you can even see them. Yeah, press L3. Not those. Not the leader house. So I guess I won't see it here. But the idea is that if you're inside an area and you see purple treasure chests, those are the war chests. Actually, those aren't the war chests. They're purple chests with the X on them. So you grab those supplies. There'll be olive wood in there usually. Then you can burn them, and they reduce the nation's leadership. So we're gonna do a couple of those here before we end the video. We'll also go to Mykonos before we end the video as well, because I want you to definitely see that. So we won't spend too much time here, and now I have too many ability points. Press up for the bird. Are we going the right way? Yeah, we're gonna go this way. There's the leader. These guys are too high levels. We're not gonna mess with them. There should be some treasure chests in there. He's running away. I mean, I could just kill him. We're not going to do that just yet. But he has bodyguards. Are there no treasures here? Okay, I guess I'm safe here. I can steal this. Yeah, no one saw me steal it. So these are just items I can sell at the back to the blacksmith. People apparently don't go through doors in this game, so in that sense, it's like Just Cause 2. A lot of open air housing, which means you don't have to load. Which means unlike Skyrim, you don't have to load, you know, interiors or exteriors when you leave them. Am I missing something here? This isn't technically a leader house. It's probably the issue. What's that guy's deal? He's a jav, so you can see what weapons they're wielding. Yeah, there they are. If you see those little purple shields, those are war chests. You can burn them, you can loot them, burn them, and that will lower the nation power non-violently. Although, yeah, burning stuff is non-violent. But you get the idea. So I guess I'll go over there and do something. Let's see. So you saw me earlier. I kicked that dude in the groin, and I got him to join me by recruiting him. So that reduced the power of the area. Not by much, but it adds up over time. No one's here, so I can steal this. Insignificant amount of money. But again, if people were here, they saw that, that would increase your bounty. You can reduce your bounty by paying for it on the menu bar. In fact, it'll say on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, it will tell you why your bounty level is so high. And you can pay off the bounty. I want to say if you kill a mercenary, that will eliminate your bounty. I forget. I don't know if I can set that up. I'll probably do that later. Right, for the purpose of this rest stop video, I'm not trying to get my bounty up. Although, unlike in a game like Skyrim, it's probably easier to deal with. Because in a game like Skyrim, I want to say your bounty will be limited to a region, and you have to do a whole bunch. You have to pay off. You have to either pay off the dude. You have to pay off the sheriff who captures you. You know, so it's a thing. It's a lot easier to be a serial killer in this game than in Skyrim. So consider that important. Let me mention this. There's an Ori Halcom merchant here. Completely worthless because apparently he gives you timed items with epic gear inside of them. They cost 10. Right now, the next Ori Halcom gift costs 10 of these blue things. Let me show you that. It costs 10 of these Ori Halcom wars. And I haven't gotten a single one of them. So I don't care about that. So, just so you know, those blue dealers aren't selling anything I really need. Or maybe they do, if I'm not interested, really. I saw a blue treasure chest. Where is it? Over there. So we'll pick a fight with that dude over there in the blue treasure chest. There's some abilities I haven't built up yet. I guess I'll do that later. I don't want to create any new abilities until I save my game. Or until I come back. Because the idea is I don't want to give myself any new abilities till I learn what they are. After this rest stop video. You saw me grab a bunch of these already. Some of these I'll probably end up using later. Yeah, slowing down time sounds interesting. I don't want fire buildup. Overpower attacks sound interesting. I don't know. Stunning enemies might be good. This is great. Charged arrow that does 1,000% hunter damage and explodes on impact. And but it uses 3 adrenaline segments, so you know. You really only want to use. I guess you can use it against a crowd. So I have to use this to acquire that. We'll worry about that later. I'm level 16, so I unlocked the third branch of the skill tree. Let me do a quick save. So we'll do a quick thing here, then go to Mykonos and on the video with a ship battle if I can help it. The ship battles are fine. I just don't spend much time on them. Up. Hold up on the D-pad. I can't see that, so let's press up on the D-pad and get the bird out. Might as well get a stealth battle on. L1 triangle. Then do a chain attack with the triangle button. I wasn't close enough. Okay, he's not dead yet. Okay, Leonidas Spear. Steal the shield. That was a Spartan kick. Got to steal the shield. Thank you. Haha.
For honor!
Can't wait for the Leonidas spear to recharge. I don't think I can change this during a fight, can I? 'Cause I do want the shield stealing ability. That's fire. I didn't want fire. I didn't want fire. I wanted what you call it. Steel. And I set the war supplies on fire. And that should lower the what you call it. That should lower the nation power, I guess. Although this might be the wrong nation. So I don't know if burning that means anything. If it's a different nation than the current one. Because if these are Spartans, and I'm in an Athenian territory, then it won't matter that I'm burning all this Spartan stuff. So there is that. Well, I'll reduce my bounty. That's good. Give me that. Okay, Leonidas spear. Not an instant kill, but pretty close. Whoops, and I died. Guess you get the idea. Okay, those are Spartans. So burning their war supplies doesn't mean anything. But if I'm in a Spartan area, burning those war supplies would mean something. But I looted them, I stole them first before I burned it. So I did a quick game save already. So what we'll do is we'll fast travel to Mykonos, and I'll show you that stuff. Although I'm probably gonna have to do got to go through another black loading screen. So the plan is to sail around Mykonos, see if I can pick one fight. I'll probably end up dying. I'm not going to save my game. But really, Mykonos is the best looking place I've seen so far in this game, so you definitely deserve to see that. But like I said it before, with Arkham Asylum, it was a game that I thought was decent. There was a lot of great stuff in it. But after a while, I kind of lost interest because it just kind of felt like it was too linear, and ultimately the pacing wasn't that great. The sequel, Arkham City, fixed the pacing problem by restructuring Arkham Asylum into a game with a lot of open world stuff like this, so that you could go at your own pace and eventually find stuff you might want to do in the open world to kill time until the game sort of forced you into a funnel where you could expand the game beyond that. Just Cause 2, again, it's the standard that I set for most of these games. You can do after you complete the prologue, do whatever the heck you want. If you want to do a story mission, who cares? You can do whatever you want. Skyrim, same deal. Want to do the main quest line? Fine, do whatever you want, dog. A couple of things I should mention here. So we'll go out here to the temple, and we'll send the ship over to the next island, because one of the mechanics I didn't mention earlier was that you have a ship that you can summon if you're on a dock. The ship is a fast travel point. So the idea is that if you fast travel to your ship, then you don't need a synchronization point. But we're going to go to an island that doesn't have a synchronization point and treat the ship as a fast travel point instead. So we're going to go out on the ship, we'll get into a fight, and I guess we'll fill some time by going to Mykonos, sailing around Mykonos. Those Mediterranean islands are fantastic. They're much better looking than the land is, and that maybe that's my bias. But the thing that I love the most about Assassin's Creed Origins was the fact that most of the places you went in Egypt were just amazing. Here, half the places are like meh, but mechanically the game is well developed. And this game, again, like I said, fixes the Assassin's Creed Origin pacing problem, which is there anything in the game worth doing other than just wandering around, clearing out areas and going to the next area? Because your gear always levels up with you, the enemies always level up with you. The gear doesn't really give you any buffs, so it's mainly just, a stronger weapon than what you already have. So the game was interesting in terms of, these stealth sandboxes. That part of the game was fine. The open world exploration was fine. But they didn't have the kind of structure in the open world that this game does. So again, all of the, the nation, all the nation leadership stuff, all of the recruiting stuff, all of the epic battle stuff. In other words, you reduce the nation leadership level by recruiting people or assassinating soldiers of that region. You can recruit them to make your ship stronger. You go on your ship to take out pirates and sail to new islands. to unlock more of the map. And as you recruit people and defeat soldiers, the leadership gets weaker. You assassinate the leader. The region falls. Then a faction battle breaks out, and you can expand and you can fight for either side of the faction, depending on what kind of gear you want. Apparently, fighting as the attacking faction gives you better gear than if you're defending an existing faction. Stuff like that. We'll see how that goes as I play the game. That's the kind of stuff I wish Just Cause 4 did, quite frankly. But Just Cause 4, I think, has much better traversal than this game does. Much better combat, actually, believe it or not. But this game's still pretty good. This game's about as good as Just Cause 4 when it comes to combat. But I would argue Just Cause 3 had again, Just Cause 3 is the kind of game that you don't need gear in a game like Just Cause 3 because the traversal is intriguing enough on its own that you don't need it. Where's the dock? We're going west. I thought the dock was west. Just a second. It's northwest, probably. Okay, it's northwest. Might need my horse. Hold down on the D-pad. You can also tap down on the D-pad to just do a regular whistle to lure enemies, but the whistle isn't that strong. But if an enemy's like right around the corner, it's like knocking on the wall in Metal Gear Solid. Whoops! Guess I can't go through this door. As I mentioned, doors don't open and close. There are no interiors in this game. Everything's open air. Which I guess makes sense. But there are a lot of closed doors you can't get to anyway. Wrong port. I was expecting rain in this part of the video, actually. I guess the port's over there. You can't steal those ships. But you can steal regular fishing boats. If you can't find your boat. Although it's worth noting, if you steal, that's it. If you steal a regular fishing boat and you try to go out in the open water, it'll explode. Of course, sharks will attack it. Not dolphins, but sharks will definitely attack it, so keep that in mind. So you can't bring a fishing boat, a regular, like, rowboat, onto the open water. It'll get destroyed by the waves. And you can see that the ship is losing health because the sail gets more tattered. Oh, these are my braziers, in case I want to start shooting fire arrows at stuff. We're off, men.
To your positions!
Welcome back.
Okay, we're going west. So I can't boost. So I'm in the harbor, I can't boost, which means I can't ram stuff. It also means I can't attack people either, which kind of makes sense. So we're going to the Isle of Salamis, just so I can set up this fast travel point. So we'll head out in the open water in just a second. This is the black flag part of the game, I guess. And there was none of this in Assassin's Creed Origins.
It's not safe out here.
So you press the square button to go into sailing mode, and then when you reach another harbor, you can just dock the ship inside of this light blue harbor area right here. So that's how you know you're near a ship dock. And you don't have to be near a dock. You can just hold down the triangle button to let go to reduce command of your ship. And so if you want to like go out in the middle of the water and just hunt sharks or go scouting onto an island without a dock, you can do that. I did that in my earlier videos. I was bringing my ship out in the middle of nowhere like this. I would hold the triangle button to unfollow the ship and then leap off the ship to investigate the islands. More importantly, if there are places without docks, you can just kind of park the ship next to the island, go onto the land, get an eagle synchronization point, then come back. In fact, that's what I did over here. Yeah, there was no dock here, so I just parked the ship right here, walked up here to the Delos synchronization point, and then I just fast traveled back to my ship without having to walk down the mountain again. So that's what I'm talking about. So now that I'm on land, there are no fast travel points here on this island. which is disappointing because I kind of wanted to have a fast travel point on every island. Ooh, I can burn a war chest. Who runs this barter town anyway? Did I miss something? Let's go over here and do this before I end the video. Well, you already saw me burn those war supplies. Yeah, whose region is this? It's Athenian. So is this is part of Attica. This is part of Athens, okay. So, what are my options here? I might go to Mykonos later. There it is. Okay. So I can steal this. No one can see me, right? Oh, it's not stealing. Okay. And set it on fire. I have a torch. Hold right on the D-pad. I got a torch. Hold L1. See, and that reduces the nation power. See? Easy. So that means we can fast travel out to Mykonos for the end of the video. So you get the idea, right? This game's alright. Fast travel out here. We might get into a fight. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll sail around, see if a pirate wants a piece of this. I mean, really, I wanted to show you a bit of the fighting, but again, I haven't done that many ship fights. I don't know if they're that interesting, to be honest with you. But sailing around, I've been sailing around, not getting into fights, because you don't have to get into fights, but a lot of these waters are pretty crowded. Some of them are sparsely populated. But when you go around to the major shipping lanes, yeah, you'll see 4 or 5 ships out in the harbor. A couple of them might be pirates and they'll attack you. So just keep that in mind. There's some choppy waters that you'll see on the map, but for the most part, they're okay. Your ship doesn't take damage unless someone actually attacks you. So that kind of thing. But like I said, this is the game that it's the first Assassin's Creed game I actually liked. Where's the landing spot? Kind of dicey there for a second. Okay, so we're in Mykonos. So I'll hold down the trackpad and we'll go to daytime, because you're going to want to see Mykonos during the day. But yeah, I've been playing what? I played Assassin's Creed 2, 3, 4, the one in France, which I think was Syndicate. I don't remember which one it was. So I played all of those, and I didn't like any of them. And then I just rented this game from the library, and I said, you know what? I think I like this one. This one seems okay. And can I knock this guy out? Nah, he's too strong. He's a skull level dude. I'm not gonna try and knock him out. So really,
Mykonos is a lot busier than
my hope was that at some point in the Assassin's Creed series, I would understand the hype. I know a lot of family members are fans of this game. I have family members who don't even play video games who are like, you know what? Actually, they do play them, but they're like, this Assassin's Creed game isn't on the Wii. But I told her, I said, you know what? I'm not really the game that she was interested in was Liberation. You know, the one with the Creole chick, which apparently is the worst of the series. I think it's in the worst half of them, if I recall. I think it was like Brotherhood and some of those other Assassin's Creed games that weren't that great. It was also a Vita game, but hey, got to see a Creole heroine. A Creorian. We need to go to the dock. So I'll take command of this ship, and we're gonna go to the dock. You know, this place looked a lot better when the sun was higher in the sky. Yeah, it's daytime. Guess I was supposed to stay close to the water. Yeah, stuff like that happens. Well, here's where I found the dock. So I found the piers, and I can summon my ship. That's like I said. If you try to take these fishing boats out into the open water, they'll blow up randomly. It's not like a shark, you know, ate it. So I don't know what happened there. Over the sea. Let's go, men. Shove them right off again. Let's see. Hold the X. You can hold the X button down to do boost. There's a boost meter. See the gray bar on the bottom of the screen? Let's see. Now I can boost with the X button. You can also hold down the X button while turning to do sick donuts. We're not going to do that. We're going to pick a fight with those guys to end the video. How are those pirate ships? Yeah, see if we're going to ram those pirate ships. Hold the square button. There are also mercenary ships out on the water. That little red flag over there, that's a mercenary ship. These are pirate ships, I want to say. So again, this isn't going to go well. Okay, the load times are kind of annoying. Let me just do a quick peek at them. That's level 22. Yeah, you don't want to mess with these guys. They're too high level. Okay, so we can fast travel, right? That's why we don't fast travel that way, darn it. So if we pick a fight with those guys, they're going to kill us. Let's go to a safer area. Like maybe around here. The ships around here should be safer. Wait, is there a port? There's a port down there. Good, good. So if we leave the ship out in the middle of the ocean, we can fast travel there if we want, but we're not gonna fast travel out in the middle of the ocean. So basically, the ships around Mykonos are stronger. They're level 22, level 25 ships. Don't want to mess with them. We'll go to a regular area, fight some ships that are a bit easier to deal with, because again, the enemies scale up with you. So we might get into a one fight before you end the video. Hives of scum and villainy. So pirates are bandits with ships. Is that what we're talking about? That's basically the pirates are the bandit faction. The pirates are seafaring bandits, I suppose. Yeah, hold crack pad to meditate. So Mykonos looks better when the sun's higher in the sky. We got the idea. So I got to show you a bit of almost everything. I didn't get a chance to raid a fort, but you get the idea. Because it's a lot like the leader houses I tried to raid earlier. And where's a pier? That's the pier, right? Pier is south of us. Okay, where are we at? There we go. So let's head over to the pier. Basically the entire Mediterranean areas. All the Mediterranean areas look fine. But Mykonos is a modern day, it's a modern day, I want to say it's a modern day tourist attraction, so I can dig it. But I tend to believe any place in the Mediterranean would look pretty good. I mean, I guess if Libya and Algeria were in better conditions right now, I guess they'd be tourist sites too. They'll work on it. You know how it is. The Mediterranean's always a good-looking place. There are parts of the world that humans just seem to be drawn to, like Kashmir. Like I think it was a Marketplace story on PRI on the radio. They're like, yeah, you gotta go to Kashmir. Because once you go to Kashmir, you know why people want to visit. You know why people want to live there. Apparently, it's like the Manchurian Valley up in China. It's like that. It's like these areas where it's like they'd be heritage sites. I guess they would be UNESCO heritage sites because they're sun-baked. They're really verdant. I mean, heck, there were soldiers up in Afghanistan who were out in the mountains and they're like, you know what? This place is gorgeous. I mean, we're fighting a war, but the mountains are they're amazing. So it's like you go to a place like Afghanistan or Africa or here in the Mediterranean, and it changes your view of the world a little bit.
Get in position to sail!
Nice
See if we can take down a pirate ship. Wait, there's a pirate over there. We can't press. Okay. So we press the square button to lower our sails, and we'll see if we can get close to the pirate ship. Before we end the video, we got to broadside it. Or we could ram it. Oh, more pirate ships just, Okay, he's level 16, so we can take him on. It's the Nestor, Sans Howard. See if we can work on our Nintendo Power strategies here. So we're gonna ram the
Ready yours!
They're set to lose.
L1 to brace. Bang.
Bows ready!
Okay, L2 to aim. R2 to
Waiting
shoot.
for reloading.
We should have some fire. We gotta build up our fire meter. Okay, we're out. We're out of time. We'll merge this video with we'll merge these two
We
videos
need
together.
you.
Watch for arrows.
Yeah, we can ram them. We can ram them. Hold the L1 button to brace them. We got them.
Ramming speed!
Look out! Arrows.
I
Enemy
can't
set
ram
to
them.
Fire.
Got them.
Get ready to fire!
They fired on us. We missed.
I think we got them.
Ready to fire.
Someone else is shooting at us. We got somebody. Yeah, we got him. We got him.
Ready to shoot!
Enemy is about to lose.
Yeah, down he goes. Hold the triangle button to loot. And we got drachma and olive wood. There's another pirate ship. Oh, these aren't pirate islands. These are just regular ships. These probably don't count towards my meter.
Cover yourselves.
Yeah, we got fire, kids.
They're about to fire.
Let's get our ramming. Let's get our ram on.
Let's move it!
Ram them. L1 to brace. Yeah, I took off some damage.
Enemies ready to fire at us. We need...
Yeah, we're ready to fire at him.
Watch those fire arrows.
Okay, we're gonna ram.
Let's move!
Watch for fire.
Rowers! Go!
Not strong enough.
Brace yourselves for impact!
Yeah. More javelins.
Watch out. Enemy fire imminent. Hold.
It's gonna need a bit more
Watch for
damage.
those
Okay, a
arrows.
couple more cycles to bring him down.
Falls. We missed.
Okay, we got too many pirates here. Wat, lat, lat. We got way too many pirates here. Okay, we're on fire. We're on fire.
They're firing arrows.
Uh-oh, we're gonna get rammed. R1 to brace. These guys are fast. We're in
We
trouble.
brought arrows in.
And we're overpowered.
Fire
Ramming
incoming.
speed.
There's
Got him. And he's on fire. And we're on fire. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. And we're dead. Okay. Did you get the idea, right? See, this game's alright.